Okay.
Dunk is superior.
We don't even need to build them. Don't we literally have houses? I mean, we don't. We don't need to. Hold on 1 second. I'm launching. Joining from the browser.
Just moved to California. Can't wait to pay hella taxes. Let's go.
Dun, 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 dun. Now I'm like, now my brain is permanently stuck on fucking Marvel music. Hold on. How do I do this? How should I do this? Whatever. This is fine. I think I'll just go in here like this. Please wait. The meeting host will let you in soon. Okay, before I switch over.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Yo, what's good? 1 second, Ethan. I'm gonna do a quick like fix here on my desktop so I can you know, hide your Zoom link and stuff, even though you can't really see it because it's super long. But I just want to make sure, you know.
Yep.
I'm gonna put my Aiden Ross banner on top of it. My W Aiden Ross banner.
Steven Crowder.
Here's some
they call me L3. Those guys. I took.
Is that what they called you? They said you're an L nerd. Mm-hmm. Damn, dude.
L3.
Imagine getting owned so fucking hard.
I am way too high.
I know.
Okay.
It's embarrassing.
Stop.
Yeah, you're a W streamer in my heart, Ethan. You're W3.
Thanks,
W3.
Thanks, bro.
Okay. Without further ado, here it is, boys, girls. Ethan Klein of the H3H3 podcast.
Hassle.
And H3H3 properties.
So are you pretty hyped up on the Crowder?
Oh my God, I'm so hyped up, dude. I'm so excited.
Okay,
so you want to give us like what happened? You want to run us through like what was going on in your mind and how this started?
So we're exporting we're uploading it right now. So it's going to hit
how about
the YouTube's hopefully in a couple hours.
60 seconds.
Oh, wow.
What happened was, it's going to be up tonight, I think, hopefully. Yeah, Steven said he's uploading it tomorrow, so I was like, I'm not going to let this motherfucker he's going to try to spin it like he knew that something was going to happen or that like he's the victim. He's definitely going to play the victim. But, well, he is the victim. We murdered him.
Oh shit! Really? So you want to give us a tease? Like, so it did happen. Are you wearing holsters right now?
Yeah. Yes. We're all wearing holsters. Yeah, of course. I can't go in the presence of such masculine energy without holsters myself.
Here, I'll in honor of Steven Crowder, I'll put a Glock on my desk because he does that too.
Yeah.
Here you go. I'll put it right here.
Can you do that on Twitch?
I mean, it's not real. It's an airsoft gun, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have like a cool one that like looks like this because I know he has it on his desk. Like we're just.
So does he? I didn't get a chance to ask him. Does he actually carry a gun in his podcast studio?
I don't know. But that would be a wonderful question. Like, who are you worried about? Like, is someone going to come into your podcast studio like with a death squad that you need to be carrying?
So what happened was me and Steven were having these back and forths. He called me. He said that the clip of me talking about something about I want everyone to get vaccinated. That's obviously something that I'm interested in as a sane, rational human being.
Yeah, you're a libtard, a pussy. That's why.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a giant pussy that got vaccinated and don't want to kill people as a result of not being vaccinated. And so he called the clip of me talking about saying something like you can trust scientists, it's okay. He said it was his favorite clip of the year, and he lampooned us, and then we ribbed him back. It was a whole back and forth, and then eventually he was just like, Ethan Klein, I challenge you to a debate. This is the only time I will ever challenge you, and I'll never talk about you again. Because I rely on all of my relevancy, from Steven Crowder. So that was a big hit to me emotionally. Him saying he would never talk about me again. But anyway, we thought it was so rich that he was willing to debate me, someone who is not a political minded person, somebody who is who is not a debater and someone who, let's be honest, is not even that smart. And so we brought up we thought, like, let's debate this guy, and let's get someone who actually is all those things that I'm not. Because, like, if you're having a debate, it should just be on the merits. What does it matter with who? He wanted to debate the merits of, you know, trusting authority or whatever the fuck he said. So okay. And so what happened was Dan figured out some technological sorcery, because we got him so good because we put all the ball in his court. It was his Zoom call. They sent the link. They sent the time. They felt very comfortable that there was no way for us to get him. So we joined their Zoom link this morning, and Dan, as I said, figured out some black sorcery where he could zip Sam's feed. He could cross the feeds.
Ghostbusters style.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we got to the point where we're like, okay, well, let's do this thing. And then kind of Sam just popped up. And the result of it, which I don't want to give away, is just Steven had a meltdown and he gave something away in his fit of passion that it will haunt him his whole career.
No way.
Yeah, it was a complete
wow.
it was a complete fatality.
Oh, that's exciting. I'm so excited to see this, because you saw the cut that he did, right? Like that he posted.
Yeah.
When I saw that, because I'm familiar with the drama between you and him, like, because I thought it was so dumb that he was like upset at you for saying, like, listen, if you're too fucking dumb to like follow basic principles, like,
if you're getting your news, if you're getting your news from Facebook, you don't need to doubt Fauci's credentials.
Yeah, and and he posted that on the intro, which I thought was weird because it like makes you look good.
I think right now what happened after the call is they first of all panicked, and right now they're in they're having a red alert moment where they're trying their best to spin this in a way where he doesn't look like a tool, which is going to be very difficult for them. You know, I think his audience will eat up whatever he says, but I think at large, this is going to be one for the books for old Steven Crowder.
I'm so stoked. I'm so excited.
There's one other really funny detail, is that because when we were going back and forth with Steven, Dan called him out. He said, debate Sam Seder, stop being a bitch. And so we knew that was on his radar a little bit. And so we were actually scheduled to have this debate last Monday. And what happened was Sam ended his show early for this little ruse we were pulling on him. And last minute, right when Sam ends his show, Crowder has a family emergency. Now, I don't know if there was a family emergency or not. The timing was coincidental. But then when you think about it, so fast forward to this week, we scheduled again for this week. And what we did this time is we had Sam pre-record his show and broadcast it live so that Crowder thought Sam was live. So we call in at 12, right when Sam's show starts, and we're doing a sound test. Crowder is conspicuously not at his desk. But so now we're doing the sound test, Crowder's out of screen. Then all of a sudden, when Sam's show goes live with this pre-record, Crowder comes into the frame and says hi. Now, what happens next? What happens next will be the best thing. It will be the best thing ever.
Well, I saw bits and pieces of it. He was like, oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, like he was just like being sarcastic, but it seems like he seemed very frazzled and
well, yeah, he put the camera, he wouldn't even put the camera on him at first. Once Sam came out, and I was like, put the camera on you. Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. But you could tell that there was just sheer pandemonium in the studio. He was telling his dad, cut the feed, telling people to get him spot. You know, it couldn't have come out better, honestly. I wasn't sure how it was going to come out. It really couldn't have come out any better.
I mean, he's an intellectual giant. He destroys college freshmen in the marketplace of ideas by using like think tank backed messaging. Like he uses the dialogue tree very well. So I thought maybe he could effectively use that on Sam Seder as well. I'm surprised that he wasn't more confident in his dialogue tree against someone like Sam Seder.
Well, we tried to foster a conversation between them. Because Crowder had expressed that he was very eager to have a conversation. And we thought, well, what's the difference if it's me or Sam? You want to have this conversation? Let's do it. But he was very opposed to talking to Sam. But the good thing is we had there was just a lot of yelling and freaking out for, I would say, a good 15 minutes, right, Dan?
It felt like 15 minutes because it was just so
it was
brutal.
Juicy, bro. It was maybe great. What I really expected was Crowder just to hang up, but he did not hang up. He fought. He
That's
flailed,
awesome.
I'll say.
That's awesome.
And there's, like I said, in the heat of the moment, he says something that he will forever regret.
Oh, that makes me so excited. That makes me so excited, dude.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm very stoked. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of hatred from the right for this. I'm just letting you know. Like Tim Pool Tim Pool's already tweeted about it, saying you're a drama baiter. Like this is all you do is drama. But
if you check that tweet, it was under someone's tweet, right? It had 2 likes and 120 responses.
Yeah, no, this is something that a lot of people on the internet have been waiting for a long time, because like these intellectual giants. The intellectual giants such as, Steven Crowder and Ben Shabibo, they make all of their money by looking as though they are always open for debates, and then they rarely ever want to debate anyone who is like capable. Go ahead.
I was talking backstage with the guys that I will say in Tim Pool's defense that he actually does debate with these guys, which I will say is more respectable than these other guys who just dodge. But yeah, he's also. I'm perfectly happy being hated by them. I want to be hated by the people that. I want to be hated by the people that I should be hated by.
What do you think about 978 dimensional chess? Do you think that that's what occurred? Do you think this is like a?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. The only thing what I think happened is that he filmed something afterwards to try to make it look like he called this happening. Where but that's not really, he didn't get one on us at all. I mean, so if I'm playing 250,000 degree chess, I accept that.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you can play 978 dimensional chess or whatever, but then ultimately, if you lose, you still lost on all of those dimensions, right? So
yeah, I beat him from the first down to the 978,000th dimension of chess.
By the way, I love that you admit that when you're like, yeah, I'm not fucking a great debater. I'm stupid. Like, who cares? Like, I'm not. This is not what I do.
That's why his offer to debate me is just disingenuous. It's like, you want to look good for your audience, but like, we both know that I'm not a good opponent for you to debate. Yeah, he described it as a layup, and it would be if I was dumb enough to debate him one-on-one or gullible enough. But another thing that you should ask Steven about, I didn't get the chance, but is that lawsuit that all the conservatives are super hyped over doesn't exist. Did you know that?
What lawsuit?
Steven suing YouTube. You saw the hubbub that everyone's all stoked on this.
Oh, wait, I didn't even know that Steven Crowder was suing YouTube for what? For for banning them or something?
For demonetizing his channel, for suspending him and stuff. He made all this hubbub about how he's suing, and then like Babibo and Tim Pool and everyone was getting all hyped, and he's it's part of the grift, and there's no lawsuit, no public record of it that I could find. And as you know, lawsuits are all public record, so it should be there. He hasn't filed it.
there's a heritage.org like announcement on it. Maybe it's not like specifically about Steven Crowder. I don't know. It could still exist. I don't know how. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. This is their bread and butter, to be honest. Like, so I wouldn't be surprised if there is one that comes out eventually. But I also would not be surprised if there is no lawsuit, because conservatives are great at these sorts of grifts. Like, I mean, you remember the fucking wall thing, like where there was that veteran guy who was like trying to personally fund building the wall, which would have been.
They stole all the money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is
that
like
was the greatest.
This is something that they do regularly, so this is their bread and butter. So I wouldn't be surprised. But
well, the thing is, suing YouTube for something like that does not come without risks, because if it's ruled to be like a bad faith lawsuit or frivolous, or Google is going to pursue them for legal fees big time and come back on them huge. So it is not. So suing someone like that is not without risk.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The difference is, like, conservatives do have a lot of money. I mean, that's why they have,
right.
That's why they have an endless pool of funds to consistently give to right-wing commentators, right-wing outlets.
Does that really happen? I've always wondered.
I mean, we still don't know who funds like the Federalist, for example. Like, there are all these like right-wing papers and right-wing outlets that we don't even know who fucking funds them, right?
So do you think that people like Dave Rubin, for example, gets money from somebody just straight up?
Oh, for sure. I think that they originally get money. They make money themselves, don't get me wrong, because once you get that initial capital, it's and you get to a large enough audience, then it's like a self-sustaining business, right? It's relatively hard to fuck up. But yeah, this stuff gets astroturfed big time by wealthy donors who absolutely see the use in funding right-wing commentators and a network of right-wing commentators. Yeah.
We need some of that George Soros money, bro.
Yeah, I know. There is look, the liberal side of things also has like a fuckload of funds too. I mean, for the most part, I think media is like fairly liberal. Mainstream media is fairly liberal in the way that we understand it, even though liberal is still super center right on a lot of issues, but there is no such astroturfing project for leftists who are, for example, openly anti-capitalist, which would be like the left-wing equivalent of like independent right-wing media on the internet, and it's obvious why, because like why the fuck would billionaires? Why the fuck would a billionaire fund me when I'm like shitting on billionaires and saying that they shouldn't exist?
It's a good point. Come on, Warren Buffett. Come on, Warren Buffett. Put your money where your mouth is. Yeah,
it'd be nice. He loves to talk about how there should be a higher tax for the wealthy. It's like, come on, give me some of that money.
Yo, that motherfucker. I gotta say, Warren Buffett. I always thought, oh, he's a cool dude. He says it like it is. He's donating all of his money. But like this report came out from what's the name of the paper, Dan? Where ProRepublica. Where there's like, these motherfuckers are not paying any income. And then I listened to like The Daily did a podcast about it. And when I found out, this is what people like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos do. They don't liquidize their stocks. They just take out loans.
Of course. Yeah.
And I was like, motherfucker, gonna talk about higher tax rate and while taking out loans so he doesn't have to fucking pay taxes. It's like, dude, that's dog shit.
Yeah, they have endless collateral, so they have literally unlimited. They functionally have an unlimited purse to take out loans, and then they could even like demonstrate losses and whatnot on their pre-existing assets.
Yes,
in an effort to like
write off.
Yeah, everything is written off. That's why they get away with income. That's why they get away with like their functional tax rate is like significantly lower than the average Americans, because of how much money they make. Like it's
according to this, it was like 0 or like 1, 2, or 3%.
Yeah, Warren Buffett was paying like 0.01% or something. Like, it's crazy between the years that they figured it out. And the worst part about it is like Joe Biden's administration, instead of saying like, yeah, these are loopholes that we need to close, is saying like, who the fuck leaked this? Like, we're gonna pursue whoever leaked this in the IRS. It's like, come on, dude.
Oh. You know what pissed me off too? Because like, let's be honest. I'm rich. I make a lot of money, but I also pay 50% of my income to taxes.
Yeah.
And so like when the guillotine comes out, I don't want my head on the chopping block because people like fucking Warren Buffett ain't paying their bills.
But
you know what I mean?
What do you have to
I
say
pay
about
my
that?
fucking
What do you
taxes.
have to say about that Google image though? Wealthiest Americans, dude. You're right up there.
Number 5% frenemies, baby.
Yeah, it's over, dude. It's fucking over, dude. They're coming for you.
It's just not fair, dude. It's fucking. I pay so many taxes, bro, and I gotta be like, people hate rich people, and I feel like I'm pulling my weight around here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I try to make that argument regularly on this broadcast. People get mad at me too, where I say like, listen, athletes, celebrities, like they have fucking unions, and as a consequence of those unions, they get a significantly larger percentage of the profits that they generate. From a leftist point of view, they get a significantly larger percentage of their own labor than the average worker does. Okay, and that's why they're fucking wealthy. But their wealth, as long as they're not like, you know, doing the exact same things that like Jeff Bezos does, which is pretty much, you know, they can do a smaller version of that, but not like to the same degree. They're still paying a fuckload in taxes, which should still be higher, by the way. I don't even have a problem with that. But that's not where the real wealth is. That's not where the real wealthy are hiding their assets. Like, that's the way that they avoid, the way that wealthy people skirt taxes is by, you know, not having a tremendous amount of taxes on capital gains. That's it.
Capital gain. Yeah, exactly. Capital gains. And then, bruh, this loan thing blew my mind because I was always wondering like how, like Jeff Bezos' salary is $80,000 a year. That's all the money.
He's poor, dude. He's so poor.
That's it. He's like, hey, I just make 80 grand a year, bro. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I'll buy that $150 million house cash.
Yeah. The funniest part about that is that like, that's literally what Trump did too. And every liberal was so mad at Donald Trump for doing that. But then like, when Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, they all do this exact same shit. Like maybe not as questionable because like Donald Trump's assets are tied to real estate. Real estate has like a lot. I mean, they still have a fuckload of real estate too. Obviously, so does Warren Buffett. But like they, everyone that got mad at Donald Trump, forget that like, you know, every billionaire is doing this. Like every single one.
Yeah, I feel like billionaires are apolitical. They just care about hoarding money at that point, which is kind of crazy. I mean, like, damn. Jeff Bezos is with so much money. He's so fucking bored. He's building giant penis-shaped rockets. Like the dude got divorced, gave $60 billion to his wife, and he's back. He made it back in like 2 days.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is like his wife is like right now. His wife is, I think, like the biggest spender in philanthropy because she gave like $6 billion since the divorce. In the beginning of their divorce, she got $32 billion in assets, right? She gave away $6 billion in 1 year and then another 8. And in those 2 years, her wealth grew from 32 billion to 64 billion. Her wealth fucking doubled. She literally makes more money than she can give away. Like, it's just like...
Just from owning Amazon stock?
Yeah. It's like functionally impossible at this point. Like the amount of money that they make is so vast, so much that it's
I get frustrated.
80 billion,
like,
not even 60, sorry.
Look, I'm a capitalist, but like capitalism, we've learned needs some like rubber bands, you know, it needs some limits. I'm a capitalist. I make a lot of money, but I feel like people go, oh, you're rich, so here's rich people talking about other rich people. Dude, there's a difference between me, like, and someone who makes $1 billion. That is like unfathomable wealth. And then there's a difference between someone who has $1 billion, someone who has 200 billion. It's like you said, you literally can't even spend it fast enough.
No, these people are, the way I explain it to my friends is like, they're like demigods, right? Originally back in the day when we had like, you know, monotheistic monarchies, right? The system was rooted within the understanding that like God had appointed this royal family to the place of prominence that they have, right? So they were like, we fear God, we fear this like deity or this being that has like made this person the king. So we're just gonna follow through, and if we don't want to follow through on his rules, then we get clapped, we get killed. And now that is translated to like that was the operating principle behind like monarchies and the way that people believe that, you know, or rationalize the existence of kings. Now we have fucking Jeff Bezos, who is literally a king, in some instances wealthier than fucking kings. And the operating principle is this lie of meritocracy. That like, and I'm not saying that like hard work doesn't help you get to your place of prominence. Of course it does. But ultimately, like, you know, it's not just hard work. Like this notion that the Oklahoma teacher who makes like 30 grand a fucking year, who has to do Uber on the side, is not working hard is so stupid. They're working hard and they're working smart, but ultimately it doesn't matter because their starting point is significantly different and they didn't, probability was not on their side. So I believe in like making a base level of material equality for all people.
For sure.
So that, you know, everyone can pursue both work that is meaningful and other things that fulfill them.
For sure. And then like on the top side, who pays for that is these motherfuckers who just pay the same tax I do. That's it. If Jeff Bezos paid 50% tax, that'd be so much fucking money.
Oh yeah.
For
I mean, that'd be.
It's like, dude,
we would fund everything.
So much.
No, that's insane. Like I can't even comprehend a world in which like the top 1% had the same like functional tax rate as like the average middle class American. It would literally be unfathomable. The amount of money that we would have would be insane.
And they wouldn't even notice it was gone, honestly. That's the crazy part. But for me, it's like I agree that like I would be okay paying more taxes if everyone above me was paying the same taxes I am, because it's like me paying 50% for 60 or 70% isn't going to make the difference. It's these guys who are making money at like a million times what I'm making, who are paying zero, literally zero. And it's like society is just becoming dysfunctional, which doesn't benefit them at all. It's like in their, so I don't get, it's like it's in their personal interests to make sure society functions and that it doesn't fucking people don't take out the guillotine, bro. People are about to chop his head off, man.
Yeah, I mean, 57,000 people said they signed a petition to not bring back Jeff Bezos' rocket to Earth or some shit. Like people are not too fond of him, you know. But
no. That being said, I use Amazon like a motherfucker.
That's why rich libertarians consider welfare to be a riot tax. Like rich libertarians behind closed doors will just like openly admit that welfare is riot tax, so they stop the masses from rioting against them. So that they have,
dude,
like,
fine, whatever it is, just pay your taxes, bro.
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's just it's really silly, but a similar operating principle exists within like COVID vaccines. If you recall, and Bill Gates was responsible for this, when the COVID vaccines were coming out, AstraZeneca bought the rights from Oxford University, publicly funded research, to, you know, that was like the first viable COVID vaccine, right? And Bill Gates reached out and was like, do not open this IP for everyone to use. Like they wanted to keep the IP protected, right? For this vaccine. And a lot of people were upset at that, understandably, and said, this is fucking bullshit. What are you doing? You know, why are you saying this? Why are you doing this? Bill Gates's argument for it was really silly. But exactly the same thing that you said about, like, you know, disrupting the balance of this planet exists with the COVID vaccine. If you were to open the IP up so that, you know, developing nations could produce their own brand of the vaccine, and so that like India could produce even more vaccines than they currently are, and everyone could have their own version of the COVID vaccine, like we could open up the global economy way faster, right? And that's
crazy.
Good for tourism. That's good for every other sector. And yet for some weird reason, well, not the weird reason, I know what the reason is, other wealthy people in other industries were not speaking out against like opening this IP and making like a universal.
What interest did Bill Gates have in preserving the IP?
Well, obviously, that's what most wealthy capital owners have, which is that if you set a dangerous precedent that you can all of a sudden dismantle IP protections for this reason or that reason,
Oh, what a sick fuck.
Yeah, then what's up? Like, what's to stop them from dismantling IP laws for other things that might be declared necessary in the future? And that would ultimately hurt. That would ultimately hurt all business owners.
It's psychopathic.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
What do you think about that Bill Gates leak, dude? I didn't expect that shit about how he's like fucking around, getting weird with people in the office. I was like, damn, even Bill Gates is out there sleazing it up.
I mean, he's horny. He's a horn dog. I mean, I didn't know this,
He
but like
doesn't ooze
apparently,
sexuality.
apparently Melinda was already working under him, right, or something, like when he was already like the richest man in America. I thought Melinda was like ride or die, like met him when he was a poor man or something, but I was wrong.
That's what I thought too. Oh,
yeah, apparently I was
that
wrong.
Cash. I can't imagine having sex with Bill Gates though. It's just like
he doesn't seem, yeah, he doesn't, he's not like fucking Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, who like very clearly keep it tight. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're doing like steroids or something, allegedly.
Oh yeah, Bezos
like,
is jacked, bro.
Yeah, they keep it tight. Like, they definitely care and consider the way that they look. Whereas like Bill Gates is kind of schlubby, you know? He just like doesn't really care. So you know he's not
still
like
fucking.
He's not doing like, I don't think he cares about like pleasing his partner is what I mean. He's not a giving lover.
No, I can't imagine.
But also at the same time, like I feel like, what do you do if you're Bill Gates? Like, you can't have normal sex ever again for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? You're fucking Bill Gates. Like, the ethical considerations there is always going to be there.
Why can't he just have a normal marriage? Why does he have to be like out trying to fuck everything and everyone? It's like, dude, just, I don't know. It's Bill Gates. It's like, does every guy have to always like become this insane sex predator once they, it's just, can't you just chill with your family? I thought he was the one. He was the family man. He had the kids and the wife. He's out there, you know, he's drinking poop water. He's doing his thing.
Drinking poop water.
Yeah, you seen that video?
Yeah. It's just like,
why did Bill Gates have to be the one to go around and start sexually harassing people? I just didn't see it coming, bro.
I think it's just like they don't get it when they're younger and they don't develop into it properly. And they're like,
you think the temptation is too much?
Yeah, they're just like, you know, they're like sexually frustrated, repressed. So they turn around and they're like, well, now I'm a fucking billionaire. Like, I want to fuck, you know, I want to fuck every. But it's weird. Like, it's not like he was fucking models. Like, he was like trying to fuck like accountants and shit in Microsoft.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, well, I don't know. That other side is weird too, because like if you're trying to fuck models, then who do you go to? You go to, you know, Jeffrey Epstein, and we all know how that.
Oh, brother.
We all know how that turns out.
Well, apparently he was him. So apparently the story is that his wife was concerned about his closeness with Epstein, right? Which is the reason why she got the divorce, and that fascinates me.
I don't know. I feel like that's a bit of a PR move. I think like Melinda Gates' PR team is so good.
Wow,
I mean, she's so
that's
powerful.
Pretty vicious to throw that out there if it's not true.
I mean, like, well, we know for a fact that he did meet with Jeffrey Epstein a bunch, but we didn't know what like the actual like conversations were when he met with Jeffrey Epstein.
He goes, Jeffrey has a very interesting lifestyle. Wouldn't work for me, but I find it very interesting. You seen that clip?
Oh, I have not seen that clip. No, damn, you're all over this. I used to be all over the Epstein shit. Like I'm still very fascinated by it.
But the thing is, if you're that, bro, there's some really classy prostitutes. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to get into like sex trafficking.
Yeah, that's what. No, for sure. Like 100%.
Like if you just want that, you can do it in a way that's not trafficking people.
Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. You can do ethical cooming. Like.
Yes, ethical sleazing around, Bill. We don't need
you can get him to sign NDAs if you want, and like just be like, hey, listen, like I'm gonna give you the opportunity to revoke consent every step of the way. Like, you know, I'm fucking Bill Gates, but you know, if you want to fly out, like, straight up. That's that's the weird thing. Is like when you're fucking Bill Gates, like you can't try to fuck the Microsoft employees. Okay, you literally cannot do that. Crazy.
That's what I thought, and you know, it really kind of bummed me out because I was like, wow, this is like 100 for 100 at this point of these billionaire CEOs trying to fuck everybody in their line of path.
I think it just comes from power. Maybe when you're like that powerful, you're just like, I need to, you know, I need
the
to.
truth.
I can
The
do
truth
this.
is, these are people that seek it out too, so they're already a little cuckoo to be like that.
Yeah. What do you think,
That,
Warren? Like with Warren Buffett, that's going to be weird if that comes out. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
That would be
Warren
so
Buffett's
strange.
such a weirdo too. Like he lives in like $100,000 house. I watched this documentary about him. He goes, I go to McDonald's every morning for a sausage egg McMuffin, and depending on how the stock market's doing, I get cheese on. If it's a good day, I reward myself and put cheese on it. If it's a bad day and I'm losing money, I don't get cheese. I was like, bro, you need something. You need like to
No,
talk
there's
to
some.
somebody
There's
about
absolutely
that.
something wrong with him. That's
Yeah, you need to talk to
significantly
someone.
weirder than Richard Branson, who like has his own island and chills and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, out of all those billionaires, like at least Richard Branson is like, yeah, I'm fucking kind of good looking dude. I'm British, so I got that going for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna fucking chill on my island with like naked ladies and stuff. Whereas like these dudes are just like, I'm gonna live in fucking Minnesota or wherever the fuck Warren Buffett lives in a affordable home. Like, there's no shot. I don't under. That's
Who are you kidding,
significantly
Warren Buffett? Who are you kidding? You pay 0%. You pay zero taxes. You're like a gajillionaire. You're not fooling me with that single family fucking 1,000 square foot, 800 square foot house, dude. And you're no cheese on the McMuffin.
I think like I think one thing for a guy like that is just
He's got a basement. I'll tell you what, that man has a basement, and you don't even want to know what goes on down underground.
Yeah, I don't want to know what the fuck he's doing in his basement. But I mean, it's probably weird though. It's probably just like, you know, he brings girls over so they can play like they can play foosball or some shit. He's like, come on, let's play some foosball. Like instead of like weird sex shit. Because he's just like, he has to be normal about everything, like over the top normal, so normal that it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like, if I was a fucking billionaire, like I would just chill. I would literally stay the fuck away from the media. I don't know why like Elon Musk has to constantly be in front of the media and like tweet and like.
Dude, I used to be a real big Elon fan, but I'm so over him, bro. It's like not even funny what a douche he's turned out to be. And I think that what is that I really like his work, but I think he just got he started to love the attention. And once he started talking to the media more and more, because when I was first a big fan of him, he was real shy. And, you know, the only videos of him were doing presentations on Tesla. And now all of a sudden he's like a wicked memer.
Yeah, and the memes are so stale too. They're so whack. It's like 9gag shit.
You know, the thing that really made me turn on Elon was when he was like, everyone's panicking. COVID is nothing worse than the flu. It'll be gone by March.
Oh yeah, that was real bad.
Dude, and he still hasn't owned to doing that. It's like, maybe after getting that wrong, you should just shut the fuck up.
Or when he called that fucking diver a pedophile.
That was good. That was great.
Yeah.
And even when that happened, I was so team Elon. I was like, he's got to know something about that guy.
Hey, at least you admit it. Like, but yeah, I think it got to his head that like he wanted admiration from like the worst people too. Like, these are what, like, why do you care about what some fucking Redditor thinks about you, dude? You're like a multi-mega billionaire. Like, just chill, just do your thing, be normal. No, he has to be in the fucking forefront. He has to be in the forefront of the conversation and like have people care about him.
My new favorite thing regarding Elon is all the people saying that they lost their life savings in Doge because of him.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Didn't he tank Doge and say that he's no longer allowing Bitcoin and stuff? And like, how does that work? Because I feel like that space is very that space was like very pro Elon, right?
Well, they were, but now they all hate him because he was hyping up crypto, specifically Bitcoin, and so it was like going up, and everyone's like, we love Elon. He was talking about Doge and all these knuckleheads with Doge, which is like, God, people get so mad at me. Doge is so dumb, you guys. It was made as a joke. It has no inherent value. If you are investing in Doge as a long-term investment, you will lose all of your money. It is literally just a Ponzi scheme. And if you invest in Doge, you are literally just betting on kicking the can down to the next idiot and hopefully selling it for more than they do. That's it. And that's kind of true of that's Doge, okay? I don't know. But he was hyping up Doge, doing all these memes, and Tesla did this thing where they bought like billions of dollars of Bitcoin for some reason as like an hold liquid, I don't know. And then all of a sudden he started going out and saying that crypto is not decentralized because it's run by China, and China's mining all the crypto, and Tesla's no longer going to use crypto, and so all these people lost a shitload of money. So I think they all hate him now, all the crypto bros.
Yeah. I mean, they would probably love him if he like pumped another one that they would like buy into earlier, some shit like that. But yeah, just like you said, it's all about not being the guy who ends up holding the bag in the end. And I think a lot of people did do that.
It's just musical chairs with your money. And most of the people invested in crypto who are like playing the odds, they really don't know anything about crypto. They're just gambling. They don't know anything about like the purpose of it, the application of it. I mean, you can't really even use it anywhere, except the new thing is like you can use Ethereum to buy NFTs, which is cool. But like Bitcoin, does anyone buy shit with Bitcoin? I mean, or you know what I mean? I mean, Doge?
No, I'm not a big fan of I'm not a big crypto guy, and everybody yells at me for not knowing enough about crypto while still being critical of crypto. Because it's like fucking have a conversation with flat earthers, you know what I mean? Like, not saying that crypto is as like ridiculous as flat earth, but you know, you just need to know everything about flat earth. Like, you need to know everything, every minute detail to be able to have a conversation about these subjects with these people. And it's like, dude, I'm not trying to invest this much time and effort into like learning about cryptocurrency. I'm sorry.
Well, so I do think crypto is cool and great and can be a great investment, but the amount of people in it right now are just like gambling, looking for short-term games, super speculative. And there's a lot of shit coins too, like this one Safe Moon that came out that they call it the rug pull, where like and the same is true with Dogecoin, where like one person or a handful of people own like 70 to 90% of all the coins in circulation. And so the minute they sell everything, the rug pulls and everybody loses their money at the, you know, benefit of a handful of people who make out like bandits. So that's happening a lot in the crypto space right now too. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you any further. This was a lot of fun. I see you rocking a Teddy Fresh. When is my merchandise coming?
We are putting together a package for you.
Hell yeah.
I want it to be perfect. I'm checking out your swag. I've been peeping your swag, and I think we'll put a good package for you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited. That's my payment in Teddy Fresh gear to pump this Steven Crowder video, boys.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, to the moon.
So stay tuned, everybody. This is coming out hopefully in a couple of hours.
I'm actually super stoked. I'm legitimately very excited to watch this.
Me too.
And I say this as like someone who doesn't even like I mean, I've done my fair share of debates. I still do them from time to time when it's like, you know, someone who's like big time and worthwhile to have a conversation with, is like, you know, it's fun. It's intellectual. It's pseudo intellectual sparring. It can be very entertaining, but you know, this is definitely one that I'm super stoked on. Like, I'm making a return.
You there. I mean, I'm not big on debate culture because usually it's just performative. Like Steven wanting to debate me, that's just stupid. So
yeah, no, it's like. But it's in a way like similar to fucking, I mean, not saying that like Steven Crowder is like Floyd Mayweather in this circumstance, because he's not that great at debating either, but like he's done the training to know what the talking points are. That's it. Let's say he's
Greg Paul. No, that's not a good analogy either. I'm me, and he's someone that's actually trained at boxing.
Yeah, basically. I mean, we thank you for your
Hassan.
Interesting way of getting this to happen. This was awesome. Seriously.
It's happening. I can't wait to put it out there. You know, there's the one thing we're worried about is that we show before the debate like Steven's greatest hits about what a hateful bigot he is, and I'm afraid that that's gonna just showing the shit he said is gonna get our video
Demonetized, yeah.
restricted or demonetized. So we're running it by YouTube before we post it.
Damn, look at you. Already in the ears of Susan Wojcicki. God, Keemstar was right, dude.
Just to clarify, just to stop the conspiracy theories, YouTube has a program where you can have your videos
Pre-cleared by a partner.
And and they say this will get you dinged, or this if you remove this part, then so it's a program. It's not just me. There's a bunch of people that do it.
Yeah, no, I know. They're pretty good from time to time. Sometimes they miss the mark, but you know they're.
I mean, on the whole, I think YouTube's compared to like Facebook or
it's gotten a little bit better from back in like definitely. The Gamergate days though. Like, I mean, there used to be like straight up Nazis, like straight up Nazis.
No, they've gotten a lot better, man.
Just like doing Nazi propaganda for months on end, getting to like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 subs, shit like that.
No, they've gotten much better. YouTube is doing they're doing their best. I do believe that at the very least.
All right, well, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks, dude. Nice chatting with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be waiting. We're very excited. We'll be waiting on the video to come out. Yep.
All right. See you, dude.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Okay, that was Ethan Klein, folks, aka H3 Productions.